Hi again, guys. As you can see, I've now got this gear Skewb solved again, and as promised I said I would upload a video with a full review of the puzzle. So yeah, I'm actually very happy with this puzzle. It turns out it's actually not particularly difficult, but I'll go into that in a minute. The turning quality of this is excellent. I've solved it only 2 or 3 times. I'm not going to go into any great degree about how I went about it. Obviously I don't want to provide any spoilers. This is a review, not a tutorial. I will actually upload a tutorial right after uploading this video, actually, because it turns out now that I've solved it 3 times, I think I've done it now, I can do it within a few minutes now. It's actually not too difficult. So yeah, as I said, the turning quality of it is really excellent. I've had no difficulties turning it whatsoever. I have had one minor problem with a skip. I've reached a situation where one corner was twisted by one tooth, which I quickly became sure wasn't actually possible to resolve by normal turning means. And in my earlier attempts at solving it, I did have a few issues where I got faces lined up not quite right, and I was trying to make further turns, and that was causing me to always skip it. And I think during one of those times I must have skipped the teeth on one of the corners. So yeah, after trying for a little while, I became certain that I had actually had a skip and forced it back into position, which wasn't easy in itself, actually. So it's quite strange that it would have skipped, but it's only happened that one time. Now that I'm more practiced at getting it lined up correctly, it hasn't even come close to happening. Once it's lined up right, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect or anything. You can see if I can turn it off a little bit there, and things will still turn. It almost kind of corner cuts slightly, but I don't recommend it. The easy way to tell is the opposite teeth on the centre gears. You want right in the centre of a corner piece. If it's slightly off, as you can see, it's very obvious if you're examining the corner pieces, even when you're using like corners that are rotated. It still goes into the right into the centre from the opposite places anywhere else, and it's quite obviously it's not right in the centre of those gears, so you can tell that it's not quite lined up. It seems quite obvious, but to be honest, I did make a mistake a few times with not having quite lined up, having it a tooth out sort of thing. It's not as easy to spot that it's out when it's in its fully scrambled state as it is when it's in its solid state. So anyway, difficulty wise, yeah, this isn't particularly difficult. As gear puzzles go, I think this is at the easier end of the spectrum. I've got a few gear puzzles now, and the regular gear cube, the first gear cube, was definitely the easiest of the bunch as far as I'm concerned, but I think this one's probably next in terms of difficulty, even with some of these gear cube shaped ones, which I find more difficult with the trying to get the inner edge pieces solved, whereas this, it's again, I'm trying to avoid giving spoilers here because this isn't meant to be a video with spoilers, but if you can solve a regular Skewb, there's a good chance you'll be able to figure this thing out. Obviously you have to apply things in a bit of a different way, but the way things can move are very similar to the way things happen on a Skewb. There is some added difficulty in that you've only got 4 corners you can turn, so once it's scrambled, you're kind of more limited as to how you can go about it, the process you can use. But I've actually, what I did, I grabbed my regular Skewb and solved it the way I did do this, and I actually solved it exactly the same way, and it works to solve it. So, you know, because basically you've only got the 4 corners you can turn on this, so I tried that with my Skewb and it works just the same. So yeah, it's an interesting puzzle, and I definitely recommend it. And yeah, if you're worried about gear puzzles being too difficult, perhaps try starting out on one of these, because it's definitely not the most intimidating of the gear puzzles that I own by any stretch of the imagination. If you're not too worried about spoilers, then do check out the tutorial that I'm about to record as well, to see for yourself exactly why it's a bit easy, because it will be quite obvious once you sort of like start seeing how I go about solving it, why exactly it is quite easy. But again, I don't want to post spoilers in a review video. Alright then guys, I don't really think there's much else to say about this one. It does look great, it turns great, it's decent value for money. and yeah, it's a fun puzzle to solve. So yeah, if it's something that does interest you, this kind of puzzle, then I would highly recommend this one. There's nothing wrong with it at all, other than the fact that perhaps it is a little bit too easy for really experienced puzzlers, and that's really the only minor gripe I might have. But I certainly haven't had any difficulty enjoying solving it, so I can't imagine too many people would, even if they found it relatively easy, think that it's really not a good puzzle or anything like that. Okay then guys, I think that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please click like and subscribe if you like my videos. It helps my videos get seen by other people, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye.